This video is made for adult collectors because for some reason when I got this figure and looked at the box, I had trouble reading the name. I don't know why, I think I was just tired, but it is Freakwency. It's just spelled weird. There's a fun little community debate that I saw going on with this when it first got revealed, and it's at like one side or the other. Are you team Ironhide or team Soundwave? And what I mean by that is, are you team this would make a good Ironhide or this would make a good Soundwave? And I'm team Soundwave because like, he would make a really good van Soundwave, but he also already does the stupid cassette thing. Even if it is the wrong type of cassette, he still does it. So I'm team Soundwave. He also comes with a friggin' rubber chicken. First, I want to start off by saying $70 Canadian for this is way too much. But why this figure kinda nice though? Like, I know the crossover figures have been getting a lot better recently. The previous Stranger Things figure, Mando, the Takara crossovers, the football guys, the Hot Wheels guys, they've all been nice. Damn, those two new Hot Wheels molds look so damn good. So I was expecting this to be a nice figure, but not this nice, like real nice. I wish all Voyagers were like this, honestly. It's such a nice feeling figure that articulates quite well. Well, okay, mostly. All of the articulation is there, but I have one issue. Well, my only big issue with this figure. There is no waist joint and there is space for it, like lots of space, and I don't know why it's not included, and it's kind of annoying how it's not included for how much this costs, but otherwise, I love everything else. Oh wait, I forgot. This is a Stranger Things crossover, and I haven't watched Stranger Things since season 3, and I haven't heard great things about how it ended, so I'm gonna be skipping the rest of the series, but I still wanted this figure. I don't exactly know what it's referencing, but I think it looks cool. I love this shade of blue and all the bits of red sprinkled throughout. Wow. I wish, that's the word, the gray was a little bit darker, but I still dig this color scheme. And back to the feel, it feels really nice. I guess it being expensive, they can put money into the plastic, which I'm happy about because it feels like a leader in terms of quality. I still think 70 bucks is a bit too much. I love the head sculpt. It's generic robot, and I really like that with all the red, the shades, and the headphones. I love when they give like the robots headphones. He's pretty clean too, with only the roof on his back, and that's like normal van robot stuff. Now, this does have some interesting accessories and gimmicks. So he comes with a rubber chicken. Yeah, rubber chicken. It does transform into a gun that he can wield, or you can peg it into his shoulder and look, well, stupid. The cooler gimmick though is the 8-track tape called 8 tracks. Amazing. But yeah, this has a whole ass 8-track. God, I really want to get an 8-track tape player one day. But you open the guts up and you push it from the back to get him out, and he becomes a bird. Very easy to do this because it just becomes a bird. So you just sort of open everything up, flatten him out essentially. This part's a bit weird with the neck. I had trouble at first. So you pull the neck up and you rotate the head, but the head's sticking up all the way when this is sitting flat. That's because this has to go down a bit further and click like that, and it was really stiff when I first got it. Now it's fine, but it was annoying when I first opened this up. Then you unfold the tail and you just flip around the feet, and there you have what is not Buzzsaw, but is just Buzzsaw. Yeah, that is very clearly Buzzsaw. Like, come on, this whole thing just screams modern day van Soundwave. It's not even funny. God, I really wish they could use the crossover molds for other figures, because again, this would just be perfect as a Soundwave. 8 tracks can peg into the shoulder and perch, which is neat, though part of me wishes he could also sit on the arm. The head is on a ball joint that can look up a bit, tilt down a bit, and then rotate. I wish there was a bit more side to side tilt at the head. The shoulders are on ball joints, so they can do a full rotation and go all the way out, but because of how they're cut, you get like a pseudo butterfly joint. There is over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, but it does bump into the wheel, so realistically there's only 90 degrees at most angles. He does have a bicep swivel and wrist swivels too, and then we get to the waist, and there's nothing here. Really wish there was, but I won't dwell on that anymore. I've already said my piece. The hip skirt is one solid piece. Tiny bit annoying, but the hips can go forward all the way and back all the way and in and out all the way. There's nothing stopping them. He's got thigh swivels. There is a 90-degree bend at the knee, and it is like Combiner Wars Hotspot knees, but unlike Combiner Wars Hotspot, you can't unclip them to get a double joint because the back of his leg is filled in. And then he's got ankle tilts and a toe bend. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, almost everything is filled in around this guy. Some bits of the torso for pushing 8-track out, and then the inner shoulders are like hollow. Okay, the inner shoulders are a wee bit ugly, but given the transformation, I don't mind, but the rest of it is filled in. Speaking of that transformation, it's pretty simple yet very fun. The Stranger Things collabs, we've had 2 so far, and they've both had the best van transformations, at least to me. Because like, again, if I bring this guy in, he's fine. He has a couple of weird panel-y issues, and you know, 86 Ironhide has some fit things that are strange. This doesn't have any of that. It's awesome. You can leave 8 tracks in here. You don't have to take them out, and we're gonna leave the head straight. What we're gonna do first is we're going to do the arms. So the first thing you wanna do is open the forearms up and then rotate the fists around and fold them inside. That'll form the doors essentially, even though there is no opening doors. Then you take the arms and you shift them up, and there's a little tab that's gonna go into a slot back here that'll line up the stripe. It looks like it's supposed to go higher because that's just how the joint works, but no, it does stop right there. So we do that on both sides. Then you bring the arms up like that, and you want to bring them up on this hinge and on the shoulder joint itself. Now, every once in a while, going into robot mode, I find that the ball joints come off. It's not like a thing that happens all the time, but every once in a while, I will just like pull them off the ball socket. But you bring them up, you peg that together. This roof, actually, I was concerned because I thought it was an entire clear plastic painted piece, but no, it's just this front section that's clear. And I don't know how well you can see that, but the hinge is solid plastic because everything from this top part of the roof all the way to the back is solid ABS. They glue the windshield on the front here. So you're not gonna break this because it's clear, which I really like. I was also worried that the peg in there, because it pegs in, right? It clips into place. I thought that was gonna break because it's clear, but no, it's solid plastic. I like when they do that. But you bring that down and squeeze that together, and that's the front of the van done. Now the back of the legs are really cool too because of how they do the whole knee thing. So we're gonna fold the heels back, and we're going to fold the toes up, and they're going to peg into, I'm gonna drop it. They're gonna peg into the underside here. Then you wanna open these panels up and fold this out. I like that. So you get like the full logo on the side, but then for the knee, you push that in, and now you have access to the knee. That's pretty clever. But you bring that out on both sides, and then you want to unpeg the hotspot style knees and just shift them back and in. Little hard to do, but you get that accordion in on both sides, and then you bring it together like this. Make sure that's straight. Peg the whole thing into the back of the vehicle. Make sure that's straight. Oh my goodness. There we go. Peg the whole thing in. I swear it never gives me that much trouble. And then you take this and accordion that in, and that's it. Your van's done. It's so fun and easy to do. And the legs, the way the transformation, the instructions goes is you do this, and then you pull. And it just all comes apart. And I like that it even folds the heels out for you, which is kind of neat, but we'll just shove that back together. Yeah. There we go. Van, you can also mount the chicken on top if you want to mount the chicken on top. I love how compact and complete this van feels. The transformation was pleasant and it's super satisfying. It's an old radio news van of sorts. I love these boxy old panel vans. The way the toes fold up at the back, I thought they would drag on the ground a bit, but no, that mixed with the pin wheels means he rolls very well. I love all the silver paint on the grille with the very detailed headlights sticking out and then like the Autobot badge on the front. I also love the silver painted side pipes. Those are neat. And then they even picked out the license plate on the back. Would have been cool if it had text in it, but oh well. I don't know what these black circles on the side are for, but they look neat. I get what I'm saying is they're just black circles. They could probably mean something, but I don't know. I think they just break up the deco a little bit and look nice. Speaking of that deco, there's quite a lot of it going down the side with the bird that's vomiting out the stripes. It feels very 80s. All this would need to be like even more late 70s, early 80s is to be brown. I kind of want this mold in that like ugly 70s brown. The chicken can peg on the top. That's a sentence that I just said. It was a stupid ass accessory. I do wish the back windows were painted though. I really like this thing. It's simple and solid, and sometimes that's all you really need. I love the transformation. There are some small nitpicks I have as per usual, but the biggest thing is no waist joint. Oh, and the price. 70 bucks Canadian, or hang on, how much is this in the US? Let's go check Paulson. Okay, why is Pulse taking so long to load? $58 US, that's $80 Canadian. Okay, well, it is $10 cheaper in Canada, but I still feel like that's a bit much. I know licenses can be expensive, and that's probably why this is so expensive, but it doesn't really help offset the feeling of that this costs too much. I definitely recommend it, but get it when it goes on sale. But that's my look at Stranger Things Freakwency. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.